Evening, everyone. I'll put my glasses on now that I'm 50. On any given day, Ron usually has lots to say, but today, no, not so much. Megan likes to recount the stories of when they used to have their father-daughter talks, and apparently they used to all start the same way. So Megan, I just want you to remember, all men are pigs. So on that note, it's probably just as well that I'm doing most of the talking. So it's nice to see everyone here tonight, helping Megan and Sven celebrate their wedding and start them on to the next chapter of their lives. And we're all witnesses. They signed their lives away to each other, like there's no backing out. I'm not sure where the time goes. It seems like just yesterday that I was expecting Megan, and her father only had 2 wishes. Name it something I can pronounce, and please don't let it have red hair. So he can pronounce both of our children's names. He got part of his wish right. And I lost my place. And it seems like I just blinked my eyes and Megan went from the little girl in the pictures to the happy, smiling bride you see today. But when Megan went away to school, we dropped her off at her dorm, and we were driving home, I started crying, and I cried all the way home, and Ron and Devin laughed at me, and they said, she's only 2 hours away, I don't know why you're crying, but I knew it was the start of the changes to come, and that, nothing would ever be the same. Then she graduated and started looking for a job, and of course most of those jobs were in the GTA. And so then she moved a little further away, and before Megan met Sven, she was by herself, she had her friends. Lindsay, I've told you many times, thank God you were there, look after her for me. But she didn't have her family there, and she started thinking about looking for a job in the Ottawa area, and I kept thinking, please God, let her find a job before she meets someone. And then that day came where she said, so I've met someone. And I didn't really want to like Sven, but we have loved him right from the start. But I knew that, this was a day that I had to resign myself to the fact that she would never be able to have that impromptu get-together or shopping trip, and most of our heart-to-hearts would be over the phone. But ultimately, our greatest gift for our children is to meet that special someone and fall in love and live happily ever after. And I think everything happens for a reason, and I believe Megan never landed that job in Ottawa because she was meant to be exactly where she is and spend her life with Sven. And once Megan had made this announcement, so I met someone, the next step was we had to meet Sven. And I can't speak for Sven, but most people, are a little anxious about meeting the parents for the first time. So they arrived at the house and the introductions were done, and Sven was probably thinking, oh, that wasn't so bad. But what he didn't realize was the real challenge was he hadn't met Megan's brother yet, Devin. So after a few minutes of polite conversation, Devin arrived and he sat there and didn't say too much. And he was just kind of taking stock of Sven. So then he says, so, what kind of name is Sven? Sounds like a Swedish masseuse. Do you get happy endings? And I'm sure at that time Sven was probably thinking, what? But he good-naturedly laughed it off. Devin sat there for a few more minutes and thought he'd have a little bit more fun. So then he says, of course, you have to know Devin. He's hunting, fishing, camel wearing, little bit of a redneck.
Hell yeah.
Of course, I lost my place again. So anyways, he says to Sven, so, I got stuck with a sister for all these years, and I really wanted a brother. I finally got one, and he has to be a Sidiot. At this point, I decided to let Sven off the hook, and I said, Sven, if he didn't like you, he wouldn't be tormenting you. And he has called him a Sidiot on a few occasions. They have this wonderful dog, Molson. He can go out in the yard in the middle of the city and not catch one rabbit dinner, not two, but three, and spend it and skin them, clean them, and cook them up for supper. What the hell, Sven? It is often said that a girl marries someone like her father, and at first glance, Ron and Sven don't really seem to have much in common. But after they spent a few occasions together, I started to see a little shift in Sven. Ron covets that other Canadian currency, you know, Canadian Tire money. Well, it wasn't very long until Sven was building his own stash. And Ron wasn't real happy about that because up until that point, Megan had stuffed all of hers in his Christmas stocking. Next, I noticed Sven started to grow the beard. Sorry, Megan, if he gets any more like your father, you signed the papers, we all saw it. But all joking aside, we informally welcomed Sven to our family and definitely initiated him into the family quite some time ago, but we'd like this opportunity to formally welcome Sven and congratulate Megan and Sven on their marriage. And our family is of Irish descent, and I would like to end by giving Megan and Sven an Irish wedding blessing. May your day be touched by a bit of Irish luck, brightened by a song in your heart, and warmed by the smiles of the people you love. May the good Lord watch over you as you grow in love. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. May the laughter of children grace the halls of your home. May the joy of living for one another trip a smile from your lips and twinkle from your eye. And I think Ron has something to say now.
First of all, I'd like to say to our new family across the ocean, thank you. It's been nice to meet the ones I've met. and Willie, you know, can't forget Willie. It's the only name I can pronounce, to tell you the truth, but hopefully in time we can work on that part. Anyways, my message to them is here's to the husband and here's to the wife. May they remain lovers and best friends for life. And the best line of it all is, bring on the grandchildren.